Good afternoon, Evolution family. Today's Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. It's a little bit after 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service. I want to welcome you to the Archer Travel Wednesday training, and we have a good one today. Hi, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Jose?
I'm doing really, really well. It's 80 degrees here in Los Angeles. I'm just saying. For you people that are like in the Midwest and the East Coast, I know you're going to like, I want to kill you, Jose, but it's 80 degrees here. But check this out. By Saturday into Sunday, we're going to knock down about almost 30 degrees. And we're finally going to have some rain here in Los Angeles, and boy, we could sure use it. So that's what's happening here. I want to welcome all the agents in all the markets. These trainings are for all the agents in Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, EU, North America. This is important information. This what we're doing today is a really good one, and it's river cruising around the world for 2025. And if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me, and I'll send it to you. Now, this is pretty much basics. You know, last week we had AMO Waterways. This week we have Viking River Cruises and Viking Cruises, and I wanted to spend some time talking to you about river cruising and how you can expand your knowledge about it if you don't know a lot about it, where they go, how to market it, what it is, how it's great commission, and it's an outstanding experience. I'm telling you, you book clients on river cruising, they will want to do it again. Just like as you book your clients on cruises. I want to take a survey right now for the agents that are in the comments room. Your first clients that book cruises with you, did they book another cruise? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. The first clients that you booked, that they went on their first cruise, did they want to cruise again? And did you book again? Yes or no? That's the question, because that's the same thing that's going to happen with this. The experiences and the stunning views and everything. It's an outstanding experience. So let's get to it, Amanda. Let's go to the next slide. Here we go. All right, river cruising around the world 2025. Again, if you need a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation and I'll send it to you. And we're going to show a nice video at the end of the presentation. And we're going to talk about some sales that Viking has still going on. All right, let's go to the next slide. Here we go. What is river cruising? Well, a river cruise is a voyage along inland waterways. It will never go out to the oceans, often stopping at multiple ports along the way. Since the cities and towns often grew around rivers, river cruise ships frequently dock in the center of cities and towns. This is very important, and this happens a lot in Europe, also in Southeast Asia, also in North Africa, which I'm going to show you. But specifically in Europe, these boats actually go right up, well, just like in the Mississippi. Okay, I'm going to show you that too. The Mississippi River boats, they stop in the big cities right in the center of town. Same thing with what it is in Europe, okay? Let's go to the next slide. Okay, go back one. Why book river cruise? Now, important, this is different than the fun ship. This is not the fun ship. This is not Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyage, you know, the loud da-da-da-da-da. It's not that. It's less crowds. It's mellower. Whoa, way mellower, okay? It's less crowds. It's less crowded. Some ships only have maybe like 150 people on it. There's not a lot. There's no casinos on here. There's not a lot of, there's not a white party or this or that. Do they have entertainment? But it's usually small and quaint, like maybe a trio or something. But it gives you, there's less crowds, better cultural experience, stunning scenery. And I mean stunning. I'm going to show you this video that we have from Viking. And this is just one of, okay? You also experience local cuisines and specialties. Most of the excursions are paid for. A lot of these times when these ships go up to the city center, they have bicycles already there for the passengers, their guests to use to go bicycling around the city center. It's a relaxed pace. Access to city centers. This is really important, especially with the Christmas markets and all of that they have going on. Also, check it out. It's a high price point and a higher commission for you. It's a high price point and a higher commission for you. So, and again, you book somebody on here, they'll want to do it again because the experience is outstanding. And I don't care really what brand you kind of use, but we're going to talk about the brands here in a minute. Let's go to the next one. And let's talk about the brands. Here are the river cruise brands in North America for you USA agents. I know that I'm not too sure about Mexico and Australia or even the UK, but these are for the USA agents. You have the three that you want to pay attention to here are the following. AMO Waterways, Viking River Cruises, and Uniworld. Uniworld will be coming to us. Uniworld will be coming to us in the next couple of weeks. And if you remember, Angel, who is the BDM for Holland America. She is now the BDM for Uniworld. And that's a whole nother different, they're a little bit different than AMA. AMA's different than Viking. Viking's different than Uniworld. So they all have their brand styles. But then also some other ones here. You have American Queen is no longer there. That's now American Company. And I'm going to show you that those do like the Mississippi paddle boats, and they also do the Columbia River, and we're going to show you those here in a minute. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, river cruise types and themes. Okay, they have wine. They have dedicated river cruising for wineries, and you can do this on the Rhine. You can do it on the Douro. They also have music festivals. They have food, gastronomy. They also do the Christmas markets. And you're like, Jose, what is that? Well, that's what this is. You see this? They pull up into a town like, let's say they're on the Danube, okay? And they'll put up to one of the towns there, and they have Christmas markets. And in the UK, in the European Union, the Christmas markets are huge. I mean, we're talking like New York City huge. It is like where all the craftsmen and all the people from the region come to try to sell their Christmas wares. And this is huge. And they go from city to city to city as you go on your river cruise. So they have the Christmas markets, and then you have some historic. Some of these are like going up the Mississippi. Also, the ones on the Seine in France, you can go visit Normandy. So they also have historic. So these are the types and themes that they have. So get to know this. All right. Now let's go to the next slide. Here's another one that I always thought was kind of interesting. They have river cruise types. Adventures by Disney. If you guys are familiar with the Disney brand, they have the Adventures by Disney. That's this family, excursions into like Machu Picchu and, more adventure stuff. And they also have it for river cruising with AMA Waterways if you want to explore that. And you can book that through Adventures by Disney, and they will be booked on the AMA Waterways itinerary and their inventory. Okay, let's go to the next slide. All right, I want to talk about this. Cabin types are different than regular cabins that we're used to when we do ocean cruises. And one of them is this. You see this room right here? This is called a French balcony. Don't get it confused. You see the word balcony and you think, ho, you'll have a French balcony. Well, as you can see, this isn't really a French balcony. What this is a sliding window, okay, that goes out that way. So be aware of this. Let them know, oh, we're so excited. We have a balcony on. It's a French balcony. And then they get there and it's not a balcony. It's just a window. But this is what it looks like. And now here's an interior cabin stateroom. They're tiny on the interior cabins. But again, as you can see, it's kind of cramped. I would highly recommend that you look into this inventory or the balconies. They do have some balconies available at a higher rate, and they even have some suites available, but it's really, really nice. And look at the view. I mean, you open that up. That's a wild view. Isn't that weird, Amanda? Right? The French balcony like that?
That's a cool view.
Yeah, that is a cool view. Okay, now I want to show you some river cruise ships, okay, and what they look like. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here we go. Here's the American Song. This is from the American River Company, and they do like Columbia and all that. And look what they do. They open up their. This looks to me like this is the stern, and they open that up, and that's your gangway out to go onto shore. So that's one. Here's another one here. All right, and then here's these are the ones that you find in North America. This is the traditional paddle boat that goes up the Mississippi. Okay. Next slide, please. Now in Europe, they have these flat, longer ships. This is a Viking ship. Okay. As you can see, it's not a big river. It's not a big ocean cruise liner. It's quieter, it's neater, they don't have a casino, but look at the views that you can have from here when you're sitting out there having cocktails and you're going right through there. Isn't that just beautiful on a beautiful sunset afternoon? Okay, let's go to the next slide. I'm telling you, you will have this. Now, I'm going to show you some areas now where the river cruises go. Uniworld, AMA Waterways, and Viking all do the same locations, okay? Let's look at the Danube, okay? Here you can either start in Budapest or you can go to Wulshofen, okay? Usually it starts here in Budapest. Now, Budapest is two cities. It's Buda and Pest. Buda is on one side of the river and Pest is on the other. And you go through this. They also do this a lot for the wineries. They do this for the Christmas markets. You stop in Vienna, Linz, Paza, and Wolfshofen. So it's really good. Now, again, you want to do this at the right time. And here's another thing you got to keep in mind about river cruising, and really make a notation about this. These are smaller ships, so that means there's less inventory. It's not like the big ocean cruise lines, where like right now in January I can book something for April or May. No, a lot of this inventory gets sold out 1 year in advance. So if you got people that maybe want to go do this, okay, the Danube, probably spring is already sold out, but maybe September, October might be open. And that would be a really good time to go to Europe. You don't have the summer heat there, you don't have the crowds, and it's really better. But again, keep that in mind that this inventory gets sold out a year in advance. So there may not be anything available for the spring of 2025. You might have to tell your client, oh, we're gonna have to look at 2026, okay? Let's go to the next slide. Here's the Rhine, all right? On the Rhine, you start in Basel and in Amsterdam, or it goes from Amsterdam down to Basel, and then you would fly back to Amsterdam. You visit Cologne, Heidelberg, Basel, Strasbourg. This is this is also a winery one. And what you do is you go up into the hills to visit the wineries, and they have the sweet wine, the German white wines. That's what you'll be seeing here for the wineries. And they also, now Amsterdam also has a real cool thing. In the beginning of the spring, they have what they call a tulip season. And a lot of the ships get sold out because you get to see the tulips go into blossom. So that's a good one to check out too. Here's the Seine out of France. With this one, you can do the historic, because you can get an excursion to go to Normandy and visit that. This is very popular with veterans and people that are history people. You start in Paris and you end in Paris. And you go through all of these lovely, lovely towns, and it's quite an excursion to go through, and you can see all that. Now, here's Portugal. This one I like, because you guys know. Look where that is, Amanda. Gee, I wonder what happens there.
Oh, fun stuff.
Here, you start in Porto and you end in Porto, and you go through the Douro River. Last year, you guys, when I went to Spain, I actually got to go to this, and we drove from Salamanca all the way to over in here, and one side was Spain, the other side was Portugal, and it was really, really cool. But this one was also a wine one. This is for the red wines, because this region, let me tell you, this whole region right in here, big wine country, big, huge wine country, primarily in the red wines. So the Pinot Noirs, the Cabernet Sauvignons, all of those are there, okay, on that one if you're into the red wines. This is stunning views. This is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. I'm just telling you. And the food, the food is something. That's on the Douro River. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's one that they started a couple of years ago, and I really like this one, really do. No, this one they've had for a while. This is the Mekong, yep. This is also very big with Vietnam veterans to go back and do this, and to do it this way is pretty cool. This one involves some flying, but you can either start up here in Hanoi, then you fly down, and you start here, then you go down all the way to Ho Chi Minh City. There's several ways to do this, so check the inventory on this. But again, Viking goes here, Uniworld goes here, and also AMA Waterways. Be careful with this. This weather has extreme heat at certain points and extreme rain at certain points. So you want to book this at a good time. So make sure you have the correct, check the weather. You should be doing that for all your bookings, but you should be checking the weather, especially for this area. This climate, like I said, is very, very humid and hot. It can be very uncomfortable. I know when I first started in the business owner had just gotten back, and she said she saw bugs like that were this big. So it was really hot too. But she said, yeah, it's quite an experience, and you get to go through Phnom Penh. It's really good. This is good. Not only do you do Vietnam, you also do Cambodia. So this is a really good itinerary, so make sure you check on that. Now here's the next one. Here's the newest one. I think it is. Let's see. Oh, this one. This is also new. They just brought this back after COVID, and you can actually do the Nile. And I thought, man, that is so cool. AMA is doing this one. You fly from Cairo down to Luxor, and then you get on the ship and you go through the itinerary there and look at that. That would just be an incredible experience to go through that. And you can also do excursions up into Israel and Tel Aviv, but this is also another one that they have, the Nile. And here's the newest one. This is Colombia. and you go down the Magdalena River. Here you would start in Barranquilla, and no, I think in Cartagena you start, and then it ends in Barranquilla, and these are the areas that you would go to. This is a new one, and it's very popular, and it's really, really good, and it's just really a lot of fun. So you've got that one. All right, so let's go to the next slide. All right, let's talk about U.S. river cruising. Yes, there is U.S. river cruising, and it's very profitable, and it's very, again, high commissions, and a lot of people like it. The most famous one is this one, the Mississippi River. A lot of people that are into history love going on this, and it's great. You can book this, American River Cruises, and you can start here in New Orleans, go all the way up to St. Paul, and then fly home from there. You have that one, and look where you stop, Hannibal and all that. So they've got tours and excursions for you to go on. That's really, really popular. Let's go to another one. Okay, this one I really like. This one is the Columbia River. And this one here, you start in Astoria, and you go all the way through, and you go to Clarkston. Then you fly back to Portland. For you Lewis and Clark fans, this one is seasonal. This only happens in the summer, and so it's like the Alaska. You know, they only do this in the summertime. They don't do it in the winter. But it's quite amazing, the vistas that you see on here. And if you're into Lewis and Clark expedition stuff and history and adventure stuff like that, this is the one to go on. This one, I've always wanted to look on this one. That one looks really, really cool and really interesting. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So those are the locations for river cruises around the world, all right? Now, how to market river cruises. Okay, well, first off, you want to work with your supplier websites. You want to see what's on there, what images you can get, what copy and paste that you can build up to your, Facebook media page that you have, or for your social media. You want to check YouTube. We always show you where the corporate videos are, like you type in AMO Waterways Official or Viking Cruises Official, and you can use those videos on your social media, get them out there, email them to your clients, Facebook, whatever, okay? Now, where do I do this, on community marketing? Well, here you go, foodies. If you have special restaurants, French restaurants, a restaurant owner that specializes, like, let's say you're doing the Douro, and you have a Spanish restaurant, not a Mexican restaurant, but people that make paella and all that kind of stuff. Hey, you know what? Can I market this Douro cruise? It's going to be wineries. Can I market this? Now, wineries. This is a big one, and this is an easy one. This is easy. I know a lot of places in the United States that there's wineries all over the place. It's all over. Go there with some brochures. Go there with your business cards. Speak to the owners and say, hey, listen, can I do a presentation? I just want to show a couple of videos of Viking River Cruises and their wine cruises that they have. Okay, or AMO Waterways Cruises, or can I just all I want to do is just show. When you have one of your tastings, can I just do the last 15 minutes? I just want to show. Okay? And then say to him, listen, Mr. Wine owner, or Mr. right, he owns the winery. Mr. Winery owner, if we get enough people to go, you get to go for free, and Mrs. Winery owner also gets to go for free. What? Let's go. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Okay? Now, booking groups on river, they don't do groups on river cruises because there's only so much inventory. But so you're going to have to make those like that, but still, with that price point and the commission on it, it's going to be great. Veterans groups, big time on this. We'll talk about them in America. Historical societies, to go up the Mississippi River, the Columbia River, all that stuff. Music festivals and organizations. There's always music festivals on the certain cruises. You just need to take a look at the inventory and itineraries that are available for the 3 brands that I'm talking about. Specialty Christmas markets, gardens and nurseries that you can put a poster up or a flyer up of the Christmas markets, and they're, oh, what's that? Oh, I want to go to, you know what I'm talking about, because, gardens and nurseries, they also sell knickknack stuff, right? Like little, right, Amanda? They'll sell like little cactuses and little plants and decorative arts. Yeah. And that's a good place to put that flyer up in there. Because people go, oh, wow, that's Christmas. Where is that? Or even Christmas specialty stores. I know they have one in Hollywood. It's like Christmas year round. You can go in there and market it that way too. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, I also forgot women's groups. Okay, women's groups is a big. That's a big time. The veterans group, any type of men's group. What was I going to say? You know, the Shriners, the Lions, the Kiwanis, all those guys. Give them a call. Say, I want to show you guys what we're doing. You know, I want to, you know, okay, it's like this. I always tell you in community marketing, go to the Chamber of Commerce. In the Chamber of Commerce, right, at the mixer that you don't have to pay for, but you have your business cards. And if you meet the guy from the Kiwanis Club, from the Lions Club, from the Shriners Club, and the list goes on, the American Legion Club, the, you know, Veterans of Foreign Wars thing. I mean, those guys are always there. You know, say, hey, you know what? Have you guys ever done river cruise? No, what's that? Well, we got one going. Yeah, let me come in and I'll show you what it's about. I'll show you the videos. I'll show you how you can have this wonderful experience with you and your wife, and then you can go to Normandy and visit the beaches of Normandy. Oh, yeah, I want to do that. I'm just saying. Here's a beautiful video from Viking Cruises. Check this out. It's Portugal's River of Gold. Go ahead, Amanda.
This relaxing 10-day itinerary is an ideal way to experience the best of Portugal. Your journey begins with 2 overnights in remarkable Lisbon and its treasure trove of 18th century architecture. Then it's on to Porto, perched at the mouth of the Douro River. Explore the quaint streets and perhaps take in a local fado performance. The next day, meander at Villarreal and Matus Palace and Gardens in Regua, before sailing through valleys blanketed with vineyards to pause at Quinta do Sejo for wine tasting. Cross the Spanish border to enjoy a full day of exploration in Salamanca, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Portugal's Pinhao brings wine tasting and lunch at Quinta da Avassada. Then sail the sun-kissed Douro Valley before calling at Lamiego, home to the Sanctuary of Our Lady and its Baroque staircase, a distinctive UNESCO site. Your relaxing Viking voyage concludes in Porto, where you'll enjoy 2 overnights, so you'll have plenty of time to further explore this enchanting city.
Yeah. I mean, right, Amanda? Stunning, right? I mean,
Gorgeous.
I mean, yeah. That's what you get. Now, here's the thing, right? Don't do it in August. Do it in September, October. Oh, perfection. Less people. You know, I mean, that's the time to do this. You know, and it was funny. I was talking to an agent today, you guys. You know, the term travel agent is now hardly ever used. It's more travel advisor. And you guys have to start being travel advisors on yourself. Agent calls me yesterday and says, hey, Jose, I'm looking at Windstar and I'm looking at Crystal Cruises, and it's me as for a client, is, you know, his 25th wedding anniversary. So I started talking to him. So do you know the client? He goes, yeah, the client's me. And I'm going, you want to go to the Caribbean in Barbados on a cruise in September? And he goes, yeah. And it's really special. It's what? That's like the worst time to go, right? You guys, you know that, right? It's like last year, remember, you know, when I was showing you the hurricanes, every other day was like, September's like the worst time to go. That's the heaviest that the hurricanes are. And then I'm talking to him and I said, hey, you know what? Why don't you do this? Why don't you go on a river cruise? Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, go in September. Yeah, Viking is in the house now. Oh, it is? Viking River Cruise is in the house? Yeah. And I'll show you why. Here, and I said this to him. Check this out. Let's go to the next slide. Because you know what? Here it is. Viking's on sale right now through the end of the month. Your choice sale. I said, I emailed him this slide. Yeah, free international airfare, all-inclusive voyages from $1,999, plus your choice of double, if you're a past guest, discount, free beverage package, included gratuities. You can either do that one or up to $1,000 shipboard credit. This expires January 31st, 2025. Not only that, let's go to the next slide. You also get this Explorer sale, up to free international airfare, and it's $25 deposit per person. Up to free international airfare, $25 per person deposit. That's all you need, and that is also ending on January 31 of 2025. So those are just some of the deals that they're having. Okay, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at that email address, and I'll send it off to you. Amanda, do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, so if you guys want the PowerPoint, like Jose just said, please email him
Mm-hmm.
at jose@archertravel.com. Do not put your email in chat. We will not email it
Yeah.
to you.
Nope.
You need to email Jose.
Email me.
And he will send it right over to you. And then just name the name of the PowerPoint and let him know which one you want.
Yeah,
Because he has many different ones.
Yeah, and this one is called River Cruising Around the World 2025. All right, if there's nothing else, I will see you guys on Friday for the wrap up. I'm Jose Labrador of Archer Travel Service. You all have a wonderful night. See ya.